Hello everybody, my name is Miriam Magnolia Vélez Preciado. I gonna talk about Mexico. The reason I choose this country is because always I want to go to know it and I see the Virgin of Guadalupe and live in his custom and culture. Mexico City Federal District it has a population of 21,851,000 of number of inhabitants. Is one of the largest continents in Latin America. It's a very active city. It's the capital you find people friendly. The town inside its main city are Guatemala, Guadalajara, Monterrey, Toluca, etc. Also, Mexico is one of the most bizarre countries in the world. And the Mexico City you find Zócalo is a central transportation plaza with the function of performing tours for all the city. Additionally, its main tourist attraction are the beaches such as Cancun and Acapulco, which are wonderful landscape and perfect climate to enjoy a nice vacation. Mexico custom. Spicy is the main ingredient in their meals. Enchiladas, quesadillas, donkey, and other typical dishes. Besides the soup, by general they add cheese. Also, I can say every food don't like the cheese. And the chili between they have chili mora, pasadilla, guaro, habanero is clarified that this according to taste between the cheese they have panela cheese, the cojita, chihuahua. On another hand, in Mexico, a breakfast can be tortilla, coffee with meat, and egg. The Patria Day in Mexico is September 15, where they celebrate with all love. In Mexico, you can find many towns between our Tasco, Cholula, Puebla, etc. And finally, I can say Mexico is all the car ensembles.
Hello mates and tutor, this is my video for this activity. As you know, my name is Cesar Freddy Conda Troches and I'm going to talk about Brazil with its customs, traditions, sports, religion, dances and other elements. The most important element in this country is the soccer sport. This sport is practiced in all places, since children, young and adult, and women and men, and all people. The soccer is so important in its team is 4 times champions in the world. Other element of this country is its carnival. For your happiness, for your funniest, and So other aspect is its dances. In this part, we have to talk about capoeira. Capoeira is a dance mixes body expression, martial arts, and sports, and other elements. This country practice generally Catholics in its beliefs. Maybe your beliefs is so important. Is a phenomenon unique in this country for mixes this belief and you're open-minded in other aspects. Other element is carnival. The carnival is the party so important. This country is visited for all people in other worlds, other countries, for enjoying this carnival in Rio de Janeiro. Thank you for listening me and watching me. Bye bye. I hope your comments and your suggestions. Thank you. Bye bye.
Hello tutorial partners, in this opportunity I'm going to talk about China. This is the general information about this country. China is the most populated country in the world with 1,340 million inhabitants. Its capital is Beijing and the predominant language is Mandarin Chinese. The currency of this place is Chinese yuan and the religion is the Buddhism and Taoism. In China, the food is very diverse and it is related with a society, medicine and philosophy. The tea is the official Chinese drink and the traditional dishes contain rice and noodles because there is a high production of these cereals in the country, and also the boiled vegetables are a tradition here. Festivities. There are two important traditional festivals in China. The first is the Spring Festival that commemorates the entrance of the Lunar New Year in the January and February. And after 15 days comes the Festival of Lanterns to commemorate the Buddha, your god. The language is compound of 1,000 characters called Pinyin. This system is characterized to have an exact pronunciation and intonation of the words, and its writing is like a kind of symbols which can express one word in Spanish and can express a complete idea. These symbols are based on the things of the nature. One of the most known dance in this place is Dance of Lion. In this, the dancer imitates the particular movements of the lion. And about traditional Chinese music, we could say that the music is as a poetry without words, because how to express human sensation, to calm suffering and elevate the spirit. And finally, sports. One of the most traditional sports in China are martial arts, which are self-defense techniques. However, it is considered a traditional sport and it serves to entertain, to improve and maintain health, maintain discipline mental, for gain character and self-confidence. Thank you for your attention.
Hello to everyone. The country which I choose is Canada. First of all, I want to begin tell you that I am going to speak about this country because I consider that this country has some important, attractive and interesting aspects, and I would like to travel to know this country in some opportunity. Canada is located to the north of the American continent. So when I was information about Canada, I found that the capital of Canada is a city called Ottawa. Ottawa is a great city and this is one of the largest cities of this country. If you can travel to this country, you should to visit Ottawa City because in this city you can find a technological center and government institutions. Other important cities in Canada are Toronto and Montreal. Toronto because it's a touristic place and Montreal because in this city is a great city and the people have great experience with the finance. In the natural part, if you travel to Canada, you can find natural places, impressive cities and everything. To the south of Canada, you will have fun adventure and a pleasure trip if you visit Niagara Falls because they offer natural spectacles for the natural frontier between the United States, and here the visitors have exhibition and great and beauty nature. In the social part, it's important keeping in mind that the people concepts some cultures and some customers of the United States because Canada is frontier of the United States. In addition, the people is very kind to other visitors and to other touristic people. Canada is characterized by being a country with high levels of education at the world and for caring the environment, caring the nature and for have some high education. Finally, in the cultural aspect, it's important keeping in mind that the people is influenced by the United States culture and customers. They celebrate Christmas and birthdays, and in Canada they have some important party that the Winter Carnival, where they show ice figures and parades in the streets. Another important celebration is the Grape and the Wine Fair. Is celebrated near of the Falls of Niagara. In the gastronomy, they have the typical dishes. We find fresh seafood, roast and special meat. The sweets and the desserts are important for the people, made with the waffle and the donuts.